Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm super excited to share with you my guest today, Kay Sanders. Kay is going to be one of our speakers at the New Earth Ascension Summit 2025, Embodied Leadership for the Galactic Age. Super excited about it. We have amazing speakers that are coming together for this event, and Kay is one of those speakers. So before we go too far in, Kay, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shelley, for having me. I'm definitely excited to be here. So, my name is Kay Sanders. I'm a soul alchemist, and I'm actually originally from Germany. I've been in the States for going on 20 years now, so it's like half of my lifetime right now. And I came about this work, this deep shadow work, soul alchemy work, because of my own struggles, actually. Having to go through the ups and downs of, trying to manifest the life I want, trying to grow a business, and all these things. And it didn't always work out so well. So because of my own struggles, my own learning, that's really how I got nudged into this. I mean, this is not something that I chose for myself because initially I actually started out as a business coach. Then I moved into more so this spiritual coaching. And now, my guides, they let me into this work of shadow work, soul alchemy work. And I actually really just found that path, over the last year and a half. That's when I really found this path of what I'm really here to do. And it just fits so well. So now my goal, the guidance that I've received is really to bring this work to more people, introduce them to shadow work, to soul alchemy work, because soul alchemy work is actually encompasses all of that. It's the shadow work, the manifestation, the timeline shifting, all of the things that I'm going to be talking about in my talk as well. And now I actually get to work with amazing awakening souls that are really on their path of creating a life that they would love to live, but they're feeling
Mhm.
stuck. So now I get to support them, mentor them, guide them, coach them to really help them become the conscious creator of their own reality and be the soul alchemist. So life no longer happens to them, but they're really the conscious creator of their own experience.
Yes, yes, yes. I love all of that. And that is so true for many of us. I feel that it is the personal things that we go through that teach us these principles. And once we've learned them for ourselves through our own journey, we're so excited to be able to share that with others. And you are so needed in the world right now. There are so many people who are awakening, so many people who would like to create change in the world, both in their personal experience and in the collective. And so what you do is a beautiful thing and very, very supportive for the collective right now. I know that in the summit, you plan on focusing on manifestation. And I love how you take a different look at manifestation, that you see it as more than just positive thinking and visualization, right? People are familiar with affirmations, they're familiar with vision boards. That's a great place to start, but you say that that's not quite enough, right?
Yeah, no, it's not. Because yes, you can visualization, scripting, affirmations, they are a tool that can help you, but it's about the embodiment.
Mhm.
Because I have done all kind of manifestation practices and I always got so upset and actually pissed off because it didn't really work out for me. I was watching these gurus that talk about, oh, look at me, I have this massive, beautiful car and all these different things. I make a ton of money and you just gotta, visualize, you just gotta, use affirmations. And I'm like, this is not working for me because it just didn't, right? So, yes, these tools, I'm not saying that they are not good. Yes, they have their place. But
Right.
what I really learned, and I really dove deeper into this teachings of Neville Goddard actually, and it was all about the embodiment. It's about you being the version of you who already has what you want now, not later, not one day, but now. And using these tools such as affirmation and scripting, visualization, they are a tool that can help you connect to the essence of it, the energy of your desires. But then it's truly about the embodiment, because affirmations alone is not going to help you. Yes, like I said, it helps you feel really good, but then you have to show up as that version of you who already has it. You have to be that version now. You have to tap into the essence of that. Kind of think about, okay, who will I be when I have what I want? Okay, let's take a step back. First of all, deciding, well, what is it that you want? And here I always teach my clients, and just like even in the summit, it goes beyond the materialistic things. So don't think, oh, I want to have a big car or a big house, a new car, luxury car, anything like that. Because it's not the thing that you want, it's what the thing will give you. So money, it's not the money that you want, it's what the money will give you. If you want to have a successful business, it's not the business that you want, it's what the business will give you. Freedom, impact, joy, happiness, fulfillment, right? So first you want to get clear on what is it that you want, and then connect to the essence of that on a day-to-day basis. You want to embody that now, every single day. Embody the essence of freedom, abundance, success, happiness, all of those different things. It's like it's connected to the essence of that, bringing in like connecting to the version of you who already has what you want. Yes, the affirmations or scripting or visualization, all of those tools can help you keep connecting to that. So, for example, if you're using scripting, so basically writing your reality, or
Yeah.
even affirmations around your desired reality. Like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I live this amazing life where each and every day I wake up super fulfilled and happy, excited for my day. So, using something like that helps you tap into the energy of it. But then it's about, you want to embody that. You want to hold on to it on a day-to-day basis. You want to take on the assumption that is already it. That's already done. You already have that. You already are that. That's how you manifest. Not just by visualization or affirmations or anything like that, but but really about the embodiment. Once I learned that, that's when things shifted for me. Because like I said, I've tried all these different techniques and everything, and I really got pissed off because I'm like, this is not working. Why is it not working? And the missing piece was, I didn't embody the essence of me who already has it every day. And whenever, yes, you slip up, whatnot, right? It's perfectly fine. But then as soon as you're noticing you're slipping up, you also want to also do the inner work of finding out, well, why did I just trip up? What is the doubt, the fear, the limiting beliefs that are actually in direct conflict of my desires? Working through that, and then keep realigning yourself to the embodiment of your desires. That's how you manifest, how you master manifestation.
Yes, 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 absolutely. Embodiment is so, so, so important. And I feel like that's a big shift that we're seeing in the spiritual community. That it used to be that ascension was about um, transcending the body and transcending the physical experience. And now I think we're waking up to the fact that no, it's about bringing the ascended experience into this
Mhm.
physical dimension. It's bringing that experience into our bodies and fully enjoying it in this way of being embodied. And so I love that you are bringing that to the summit, and embodiment is going to be one of the big themes that we focus on there in the summit. So that's beautiful.
Mhm.
And I know that one of the ways that you mentioned to do this is by um, shifting timelines, right?
Mhm.
That you literally shift a timeline from where you were to where you want to be. Can you explain more about that for us?
Mhm. Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, when I came across this whole timeline shifting, and it was pretty exciting and interesting. So basically, it's like, in the quantum field, all possibilities are available.
Yep.
All timelines are available. Like, think multiverse, right? So you can
Yep.
basically tap into any kind of reality where you're living the life that you want to live. Like, some people, they also call it quantum jumping. But when the way I use it is like, basically what I just mentioned about the embodiment. When you embody the version of you who already has what you want, that's what collapses timelines. Because yeah, you can go about your day and just, hoping that one day you're going to manifest your desires. You continue using the methods of affirmations and all of those different things, and just hoping that one day you will live the life that you would love to live. But when it comes to timeline shifting, what you do is you literally connect to the version of you who has what you want. Really get clear on who will I be? How will my life be? What would my life be like? Really get clear on that. And here also going beyond just the materialistic things, but just like
Yeah.
how's your day gonna unfold? Really get clear on that. And then you really connect to that. Really connect to that through visualization, through meditation, or just through intention. Like, okay, I'm gonna connect to that version of me now who lives the life that I would love to live. A life of abundance, a life of freedom, a life of happiness and success, whatever it is. And then you bring that in, you bring in that essence. The more you do that, and here, this is with embodiment, that's what collapses timelines because your outer reality is a mirror reflection of what's going on within you. So if you embody the version of you who already has what you want in the now, then your outer reality has to adjust. That's how you collapse the timeline. Because the more you embody the version of you who already has what you want, that's what speeds up the process. That's kind of what draws it in. That's what draws in your desires much quicker. And that's how you collapse the timeline. And you want to be intentional about, okay, I'm connecting to that. I'm connecting to that. You keep connecting to that essence of your desired reality. You're really embodying it. You're showing up as that version. You're thinking like that version of you because the version of you who already has what you want shows up differently, has different beliefs, definitely doesn't doubt, will it ever happen? When is it going to happen? Am I even good enough? Can I even do this? Am I capable? No. That version has the deep trust, of course, because it's already there. I'm already experiencing, I'm already living it. So the more you embody that, that collapses the timelines. That speeds up the process of you having it. Because, like I said, your outer reality is a mirror reflection of what's going on within you. So the more you embody that, your outer reality has to adjust. There's no if, and, or but. It has to adjust. Yes, there's still the divine timing at play because your outer reality is always the last thing that kind of catches up. It's always a little slower, right? So even though you are like really, yes, I'm already it, I'm feeling it, I'm embodying it, yes, I'm feeling it, I already know it's I have it. And then the outer reality, it takes a little time to then, okay, let's just align everything outside of you to then match that. But that's basically what timeline shifting is all about is you connect to the version of you who has what you want on a consistent basis, not just once, on a consistent basis. And here it's about holding on to the energy. So here, you don't have to do timeline shifting on a day, like every single day. If you do it once and then you can hold on to that energy, to that essence for a couple of days, and then you're noticing, okay, it's starting to lessen, okay, then connect again. But that's how you bring it in. That's how you collapse the timeline.
I love that. And I agree. I'm a big fan of the concept of the multiverse. And as you were talking, the way that I was envisioning this for myself that I feel, kind of called to share is that if you can imagine that the current timeline that you might be on is one that is aware of what you don't have, right? And so you're finding evidence that you don't have what you want to manifest just yet. And so you're speaking to shifting to a timeline where you already have the internal aspects of what you desire. You already have the freedom and the joy and the peace. And so it seems to me that the difference in timeline is that on this one timeline, you're looking for the evidence of what you don't have. And then over here on this timeline, now you're starting to notice and you're seeing the evidence of what you do have, that you already have it. And then you just get to keep saying yes and more, please. Yes and more, please. Yes and more, please, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. So yeah, in my mind, I'm just seeing these two different timelines where you're the same person. It's just this tiny little shift where like the person who's seeing the lack, they're going off in one direction, and then the person who's suddenly awakening to what's already there goes into a different direction where, like you said, you're creating the life of your dreams, right?
Yeah. And that's the powerful things. Like once you really grasp that you really have the power to change your life, to create it in whatever way you want, then whatever's happening in your life right now that you don't like, well, you can change it because you created your reality right now of what you're living based
Yeah.
on your beliefs, your assumptions, your experiences, your inner programming, all the stuff that we stuffed down so deeply down, all of this stuff is constantly creating your current reality. So if you know that, then it's not about changing something outside of you, but it's about, okay, let's go within, let's look at, okay, what's going on within me that causes me to create my current reality? Oftentimes, we're creating our current reality based on lack, limitation, fear, doubt, past experience, past woundings. So, the more we're connected to that, well, that's what we keep creating. So, here, when I'm talking about, manifestation and, the embodiment, yes, it's about that, but it's also about working with the stuff that's hitting beneath the surface, the fears, the doubts. And that's all about soul alchemy. It's like using the stuff that's holding you back, all the stuff that's beneath the surface as the tool, as the fuel to change your life. Because these things, these subconscious fears and doubts, they're in direct conflict of you manifesting the life that you want.
Yeah.
So yes, you want to keep embodying, you want to keep shifting timing, you want to keep connecting to that, but you also want to be aware of the fears, the doubts that are coming up. As they're coming up, you want to heal and clear them because they will keep showing up. They will keep holding you back from you creating the life that you want. So it's like a combination. So, and that's where most of these manifestation practices that I have, learned or, read about and whatnot, they just focus on the thing, like focus on the end result, focus on that, keep moving forward, using these tools, manifestation practices and whatnot. But nowhere do they say, well, you also got to work on the stuff that's actually holding you back from having that. And
Yeah.
that's like the missing piece that I have found is like, because yeah, you can do all these practices and then you wonder, like, why is it not working? Well, you didn't work on the stuff that is actually in direct conflict of you having what you want. So it's a combination of both. Yes, you want to do your manifestation practice. Yes, you do want to do the embodiment process. You're collapsing the timelines. But at the same time, you want to be aware that there is stuff there that is holding you back. Otherwise, you would already have it. So
Yeah.
in the same process of you doing your manifestation practice, you also want to do the inner work, shadow work, inner healing, working with whatever comes up that is actually keeping you from stepping into the role or the version of you who has what you want. So it's a combined approach, which is very, very important. And often what I have found is the missing piece that many don't really talk about. And that causes many to feel frustrated about, well, all these other people, they're manifesting with ease. Why is it not working for me?
Yeah.
Right? I'm pretty sure you've had probably experienced something like that too, where you did all the right things and it still didn't work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I can think of several occasions where I had set goals and I had the vision board and I had the affirmations and I was doing, focusing on the positive and doing all those things and it didn't work until I did the inner work like you're talking about, the shadow work, the healing and then it opened up the manifestation floodgates and in hindsight I can look back and go like, oh, of
Yep.
course that's why
Mhm.
it wasn't happening for me. So yes, absolutely. I love that you talk about how important it is to combine the healing work with the focus, right? And so one of the tools that you use is light language.
Mhm.
I love light language. I know during your presentation, you're going to be doing a powerful light language activation for us in the New Earth Ascension Summit. Can you please share with us a little bit about what makes light language such a powerful tool?
Mhm. I love to. Like when I uncovered light language, I mean, it blew my mind. I mean, honestly, I do gotta admit, the first time I listened to light language, I busted out laughing because I thought the guy was totally crazy. Just to be honest. Because it just sounds so strange, right? But when I got my light language unlocked, I mean, it just changed my life in so many ways I never thought possible. And then as I started using with clients, it was like, I mean, I've tried different healing modalities from EFT and like even Akashic record work, which is also very powerful. But I've done different things, but I found light language is the one thing that, because light language, because you don't understand what is being said,
Yeah.
it leaves room for the light codes to do whatever's to the person's highest and greatest good. Now, the way I use light language, I always do like a setup phrase or a setup a phase before I channel light language, where I basically give the light codes a direction, where I
Right.
basically ask, okay, let's do some healing, let's do some activation, whatever it is, right? So I do this whole setup phase to basically direct the light codes. And then as I channel, it's the light codes do whatever they're intended to do, whatever is to the person's highest and greatest good. And in the beginning, I asked my guides, like, okay, well, what am I even saying? People might want to know what I'm saying. And the guidance I received is light language is not meant to be understood. It is meant to be experienced. It is meant to be felt. So it is more so an experience rather than something that is meant to be understood like on a logical level. So a light language, it goes deep. It goes, for me, like the way I use it, it goes deep into, on a cellular level. I also get to download codexes from my guides into the consciousness of whoever is listening. And with light language, I get to clear past life, clear timelines, collapse timelines. I mean, there's so much that can be done with light language. And I have used light language for the healing in particular whenever I work with clients, because I found that this is really, it gets stuff done, especially whenever I work with my dragon guides. That energy is
Mhm.
extremely powerful. So I really love using light language to really clear out a lot, to also activate at the deepest level that I haven't found any other modality for myself that I found was helping me the way light language did, or even with my clients as well. So it's a powerful process that can really shift at the deepest level.
Yes, I can attest to that as well. I felt exactly the same way when I discovered light language, that it's 5D technology. It is coming through now to so many people because we're talking about timelines, and timelines are collapsing. And so we do need something that is that powerful, that can shift things instantaneously, that can be one and done, right? And so I have felt the same way about light language as well. It's such a powerful, powerful tool. And for those who are watching who haven't yet experienced light language, I love how you said that it sounded weird.
Yep.
Right? And so I know the first time I heard it too, I was like, that is so strange. And yet there was something familiar about it, right? My soul was just kind of like, that's interesting. It was completely leaning in, tell me
Mhm.
more. It was like my mind didn't understand what the heck was going on, but my heart and my soul opened up and received it, and I knew that light language would be a part of my path, and I
Mhm.
can see that in you as well.
Mhm.
So we have people in our audience perhaps that have not experienced it. I would love for you to do an activation for us to give them an experience of it so that they can see just how powerful it is for themselves.
Yeah, I'd love to. And here, since we're talking about, really embodiment and timeline shifting, what we can do here is really focus on your desired outcome, your desired reality of who you would love to be. Then I can assist you in really clearing out any interferences, anything that is holding you back, collapsing the timeline to really help everyone really embody that version. How does that sound?
I love that. I love
Okay.
that. So, all of you who are watching, go ahead and drop it in the comments on Facebook. What is it like? What are the blocks that you would like to release? Or are you saying, how about you let Kay worry about the blocks, and we're going to get used to focusing on what do you want to feel? What do you want to experience? What do you want your outcome to be?
Mhm.
So we'll invite everybody watching. You can drop it in the comments or simply get grounded and centered and focus on that ultimate result that you would like. And then Kay is going to go ahead and do an activation for that.
Okay. Okay. So here, if you could please put both feet on the ground. Get grounded, get centered, get present. Take a deep breath in, breathe in light and love. And when you breathe out, just drop into your heart and close your eyes. And here you can call upon your soul, your team of guides, your higher self if you so wish, as I too now call upon my team of guides, the highest, best, most loving angelic guides, galactic guides, dragon guides, and light beings that can best support us now for this activation. Please step forward and connect with us. Assist us with this short activation. And the intention for this activation is to help everyone listening right now, live or later, to connect to the version of themselves that has exactly what they desire, whether it is love, happiness, joy, success, abundance, freedom, whatever it is that they desire, to help them deeply connect to that, to clear out and dissolve any interferences, any attachments, any programming, any fears, any doubts, anything that is in direct conflict with them stepping into the version of themselves that have exactly what they want. We wish to ask to collapse timelines, to speed up the process, and truly assist us all on this with this deep embodiment of the version of us that has exactly what we want or something even better. And so it is. Kustursta nakate ennustarachtere ellurste nakate ellurste. Nuk urnak aest urst ak ennurkate ik ustere ellurste kate anne. Nuk urrachta ik hurste ennara at urste kate. Nuk urranaka ik hurrakata ik urrasta ka ik u. Nuk urrachsta annara kate elkurku urku urste ennakate ik usturu. Nastere ellar anara arresturu urra. Nukurra kaiku unnastere elurustukte. Nastara Allah. Now you may tune into your desire and allow yourself to become aware of any doubts and any fears that are sneaking up, that are coming to the surface. Do not dive into them. Just acknowledge that they are there, as we're now here to assist you in dissolving them across all time, space, reality, lifetimes, and dimensions, dissolving them into the nothingness where they came from. Nuk urrachtae kurrachtane, nuk urste el urstenar al urste et urata, nuk uste ai kustre. Now once again connect to your desires and feel it within your heart. As we now assist you with a download, with a high frequency codex upgrade to infuse it within your heart center. So you can always easily connect to that and embody the essence of that desire. Kestuste in uste, nak aik unkurstuku ulla anna aste urste in ursta, nuk ulla narachtai kurste in a, nuk ulla na aste uraste et u, na at eustere elurst en nuste, nuk ust et urachta, nuk urachtai kusta. Now we wish to invite you to also turn up that feeling, the intensity of that feeling, to feel it intensely in every fiber of your being. Kestenu stai kunaiki, nukurachtaita, nukurachtai kaikuna, naka ekustursta, nukustea, na at eustere elai, nukursta kein nakatai kusturu, naka aik uste e. And so it is, and it is done. And bless and be. Take a deep breath in and let it settle for a moment. And whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes again and come back into the here and now.
Yes. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. Drop it in the comments if you could feel the power in that. Oh, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. On a personal note, my just out of curiosity, and maybe you're not exactly sure, my light language comes through when I connect with my Arcturian guides, and so my light language has an Arcturian flavor to it. Do you know what flavor, I guess I'm asking, your light language is?
Yeah, a lot of this dragon energy. I do also connect with the Atlanteans, Syrians, Pleiadians, Arcturians as well. But these are like
Okay.
the main ones that I channel. The Syrians, I said that, yeah. Yeah. So like the
Yeah.
Pleiadians, I channel them very often as well, but it's so fast paced and high energy and stuff. So those I don't necessarily channel. They come in. They come
Yeah.
in, but I don't channel them for the most part. But the most of the energy that comes through is my dragon energies. That's those they come through very often. I definitely felt that right now. There was a lot of whenever you feel that intense energy,
Yes.
that's usually the dragons because the dragons they hold a punch to it.
They do. I agree. I agree. And I know a lot of times the dragon energy can get very deep and kind of guttural as well. So as I was listening, what was coming through for me was that dragon energy with
Mhm.
maybe some of that Arcturian energy as well is what
Mhm.
I was feeling. And I was
Yeah.
and I was curious, but I knew it didn't sound exactly like my Arcturian. Um, so that was my own curiosity. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, you're
And
welcome.
Kay, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for sharing with us your wisdom. Thank you for joining us in the New Earth Ascension Summit to go even deeper into this topic and to take us even deeper into activation and embodiment.
Yeah.
You're absolutely amazing, and I'm so grateful that you've been here, and I'm certain that my audience is delighted to have received this as well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I definitely had a lot of fun, and it was definitely a pleasure. Thank you.
You are welcome. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will be having more of these as we get a little bit closer to the New Earth Ascension Summit. Um, Tickets will go on sale. They're not on sale, they're free. Tickets and registration will be available April 7th. And so if you want to get on the short list, the waiting list, go ahead and drop that in the comments. We'll make sure that you get uh, the link to register when that comes available. All right. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful week. What a great way to start your week, right?
Yep.
Go create the life that you love. Go do it. Thank you, everybody.